Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just finished 4 easy miles in the heat. Still trying to get heat acclimated. Legs felt a little bit heavy, but I mean, nothing really changed drastically with my heart rate, so I guess that was good. But yeah, man, stacking these miles. Something else that I wanted to hit on too, the last 4 weeks or so, I've been hitting 70 miles per week. Last week I hit 87, I believe, and I haven't even started the training block yet. So at a minimum, if I can at least sustain that, I think the goal is I want to get to where like high 70s, mid 80s becomes comfortable, and then hopefully peak around the 90 to 100 range as we get closer. Where I'm at now is to compare to last year, man, it could be real scary come November. Cause I was looking at my Strava, and before Atlanta, I had peaked out at like 56 miles, you know? But like other than that, I was between like the 40 and 50 range leading up to it. So yeah, crazy to think about what consistency can do if you keep showing up. So yeah, hopefully we can sustain. Health is obviously the big factor, but yeah, that was something I was thinking about here as I'm cooling down, walking back to the house. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what this training block has to bring, has to offer, and how much improvement that we can make. You know, sub 3, excuse me, is really starting to feel like a reality. And we're only in June, or about to be in June, excuse me. Another morning, we're here. We're gonna be in the treadmill today. The goal is between 8 to 10 miles easy. My legs are cooked, I'm not even gonna lie, and it's only Thursday. But we're gonna get it done. So here we go. All right, so we just finished 9 miles on the treadmill this morning. I actually felt pretty good. I mean, I do, when I'm on the treadmill, unless I'm doing like a speed specific workout, I mean, I kind of keep the miles easy. So I was fluctuating between 745, 750 pretty much the whole time. I mean, I tried to get to 10, but I was running out of time. My oldest, she's going to 6th grade. So they're doing their 5th grade graduation ceremony today. So exciting times. Kids are getting older, which means that I'm getting older. So fun, right? But you know, same business as usual. Doing another daily double. So probably do between 4 and 5 miles when I get off work. So, but yeah, for now, time to get ready for work and hit this graduation ceremony. All right. So I'm running a little bit late by my standard, but we are on the way. We're on the way. I wanted to hop on here and kind of talk about just, or I guess give some type of running advice to like newer runners who are thinking about getting into running, or, you know, I get DMs all the time about like, hey, how did you start? You know, what do you suggest? You know, how do I know what's sustainable? And the answer is that it's truly person to person. I know when I started running, because I have a little bit of make enough enzymes, a background when it comes to running, you know, my approach was a little bit different. I was like, hey, I know I want to run at least 5 to 6 days a week, and I want to do at least, you know, 3 to 4 miles per day. You know what I mean? You know, and kind of started there because I was more focused on, you know, getting my body exposed to daily work as opposed to saying, you know, hey, I want to run X amount of miles per week and then just kind of leave it at that. Because, you know, I can go out and run. If I say, hey, I want to run 20 miles a week, right? I can go do 10 Monday and then 10 Friday, you know, and then that's kind of it after that. You know what I mean? That could be 2 days of work or 3 days of work, however you want to split it up. But if I say, hey, I want to run 5 to 6 days a week, you know, and then X amount of miles or for X amount of minutes per day, You know what I mean? Now it's like I'm mentally conditioning my mind to saying, okay, regardless of what I do each day, the next day I still have to show up and do more. And then from there, I just kind of progressed to, more mileage. And then I was like, hey, now I want to run 100 miles a month. You know, my goal is to run 100 miles for the month. But let me dial it back. You know, okay, well, what does your runs look like 5 to 6 days a week? You know, I'd say 80 to 85% of my runs were easy. I think, you know, I don't even think I had a hard day when I first started, honestly. I kind of just ran off feel. So, like, if I felt good enough to run, excuse me, adjust this camera. If I felt good enough to run, you know, at a 8-minute pace that day, I would run an 8-minute pace. But then the next day, I might be like, you know, my body is like nothing faster than a 9:30. Then that's just kind of what that was. Because again, the importance was just showing up and, you know, running whatever miles I could that day. So I would start there. I would say, hey, look, commit to, you know, how many days you want to run per week. Or if it's easier to do mileage, commit to mileage. Because I do think rest and recovery is important. You know what I mean? Making sure you're getting a good stretch before, making sure you're getting a good stretch after, making sure you're getting sleep. Man, I can't stress how important sleep is when you're running a lot, or even just any kind of exercise. Super important to make sure you're getting sleep, man. Can't stress it enough, because, man, I've definitely seen the difference of, you know, how I train off of 4 hours of sleep versus how I train off of 7 hours of sleep. Significant improvement. Hope that helps. Run your race. Don't compare your efforts to somebody else. If what you do for that day is your version of 100%, then that's what you should be proud of, and I think that's what you should build off of. And over time, consistency always wins. Every time. Like what I was doing this time last year. Actually, what are we in, late May? No, I started running, yeah. But what I was doing this time last year to what I'm doing now is a world of difference. Like, what was considered hard is now like an easy pace for me. So we all got to start somewhere, and you just got to trust the grind and commit. So this was a little bit longer of a segment of this video, but I just kind of wanted to hop in here and give some of my 2 cents. And this is, you know, grassroots, right? Like, I'll build off of this and I'll get more in depth as I make more of these types of videos. But just wanted to hop in here real quick and kind of give my thought. Sorry for the camera shaking, went over a railroad crossing. But yeah, give my thoughts on, you know, how I started running and what advice I would give to runners who, or future runners who are thinking about getting into it. And have a day, people. Today's our special guest who interrupted our workout. Think about what you say before you say it. It's gonna be on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
So are you done or not?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh.
I'm done.
So you need me to record you? How about I record you?
No. Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. So how are we feeling after that workout? What did we do today?
Nah, my legs are real heavy this morning, but I felt way better this afternoon. Sometimes you gotta watch some of your favorite run creators to give you a little bit of motivation, and you the one behind the camera. Yeah. You too. But no, legs feeling good. Normal pace. So now we're about to close out a 14-mile day, get ready for dinner. And yeah, keep showing up. Sometimes you got to get through those bad runs to unlock the good ones. So this is probably my favorite part of the day right here, where I get to chill and put my compression boots on and kind of unwind and get ready for the next day mentally and physically. Yeah, we got some good work in today. My wife is actually on the way back with some pizza, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, to get those carbs in ahead of tomorrow. Tomorrow just looks like a tempo probably. I'll probably do 1 or 2 mile warm up and then see if we can sit between 650 and 7 tomorrow. Don't hold me to it. It could change. It could just be another easy day. My legs, like I said earlier, they did feel a lot better on that second run, but yeah, things can change. I could get a bad night of sleep and we just might have to punt it. But as of now, I plan to treat tomorrow as a tempo workout of, a couple mile warm up, and then get some tempo work between 650 and 7 and then cool down. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying these last couple weeks of just kind of casually running with no true plan. Because I know here, beginning of July is when I have to get pretty serious about this and like stick to the workouts that I have set for myself and stuff like that. Can't afford to really miss any of those key blocks. So, yeah, man, about to get ready to watch Game 6 at the time of this recording of OKC and San Antonio. Not that I have a dog in the fight, but I hope San Antonio beats the Thunder. Nobody loves, an underdog story more than the underdogs. So let's go. Don't mind the dirty basket in the corner. Actually, those clothes are clean. But anyway, yeah, these right here, game changer. I believe the brand is Medisana. Got them from Amazon. But yeah. I think they're about to die. I hope they don't. But yeah. Just charge them up, USB-C, and then it's good to go. Sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for. I said a lot can change if I didn't get good sleep with today's workout. And yeah, that's what happened. So to my own demise, we only got like 4 hours of sleep. I'd like to think I went to bed at a pretty decent time, but I woke up in the middle of the night and just couldn't shake back until like 3. And then my alarm went off like at 4. So, hey man, happy Friday. Super excited about this. For what? I don't know. This is like my 3rd pair. But yeah, man, sometimes out with the old and with the new. Finally got me another pair of Nike Vomero Plus. So, I mean, the colorway, I'm not the biggest fan of, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, the shoe is unmatched, man. Any reason that I tried to hate this shoe, I couldn't. Obviously, this is Nike, and don't mind the noise behind me. But this is Nike's Max Cushion shoe. I mean, I've owned about 2 pairs now, and I've put well over 800 miles cumulatively on them. But yeah, somehow, some way, it's just a shoe I keep coming back to. I'm able to do pretty much any type of run in these. Obviously, long runs. I could even do progressive work. I mean, this shoe is just a workhorse. And yeah, the rotation is getting a little slim though. So I gotta figure that out. We gotta address that. I gotta get with my accountant, my wife, because every time she see a box come in, she like, yo, another one. But man, when you're running so many miles, you just gotta take care of your feet. You have to take care of your feet. Yeah, but nah, this, like I said, Nike Vomero Plus, extremely good shoe. I mean, obviously there's some other competitors out there. I've been hearing about the Hoka Skyward X. I mean, you can go Asics Super Blast 3, Asics Mega Blast. I mean, the Mega Blasts are a super trainer, but the Asics Super Blast 3 has also been a favorite of mine that I've been wearing a lot lately. I mean, there's this brand Rad Running who's been coming out with some heat. I got their Rad UFOs, and they just dropped, I think they're Rad Mallow, I believe it's called. So, I mean, you just got to find what works for you. I've heard a lot of people say that there's too much bounce or too much cushion, or some people say they just don't like the ride or the rocker of the shoe. I mean, it's pretty flat if you look at it, but yeah, I've heard it all. But when people ask me like, hey, like what's a shoe that I can get that's like kind of do it all, this is probably one of the first shoes that I recommend, because you could literally do it all. Easy runs. I've done tempo work in these. I've done progressive runs in these. I've done long runs in these. I mean, I don't do track work in these, obviously. But I mean, if I absolutely had to, I think I could make these work and still run some pretty fast times. And they last a super long time. Like I said, I've put in well over. And I mean, I probably could have kept running in those, but I mean, the more that I've been getting into running and learning a lot about the sport, and just, you know, how your feet are supposed to feel after X amount of miles, is why I decided to, you know, throw the old ones out and get a new pair. And they were on sale, so who hates a good sale? I guess I can also take a minute to tell you why I'm here and why I am starting this YouTube series. I don't have a name for it yet, so we'll probably figure that out as this series goes along. But I've announced on Instagram, but formally to, you know, anyone who may be listening, in November I will be running the Indianapolis Marathon. So if you signed up for the race, or if you're familiar with the race, this is a race that I signed up for to make my push for sub 3. I ran Atlanta back in March, and I ran a 3:17. It was my first marathon. Had no experience going into it. I've done a couple half marathons. I've done a couple 10Ks and other races and stuff like that. But I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And that was an extremely hilly course. So after talking to a few people who have way more experience than me, they were like, hey, yeah, one, the fall races, like that's where it's really at. And then two, you want to get something that's, you know, a little bit more friendly from a topography standpoint, you know, something that's more flat or net downhill, stuff like that. And obviously majors, that's a whole separate video ordeal that I can probably talk about at another time. But of a non-major and a race that was feasible to me, you know, in regards to my family, myself getting out there, logistics and all of that, Indianapolis made the most sense. And from other people that I've talked to, they said that that's a really good course for what you're trying to do. So, yeah, what we're doing today, we did this morning, we did roughly just shy of 8 miles, made it a tempo. So I did 2 miles warm up, 4 miles at about where I would like my tempo pace to be come race day, and then 2 mile cool down. We successfully hit it. My first rep was 651, excuse me. Second rep was 643, then 642, and then I closed out at 650, which was on an incline, so I was pretty happy about that. And then, you know, did it was like 1.8 miles of a cool down, because I had to get to work, and we were doing pool PT, which kind of helped because I needed that cold plunge, informal cold plunge, by the way. But yeah, you know, typical daily double, about to, you know, test these Vomero Plus out. We're going to do about 4 miles on the treadmill. And then, yeah, man, long run tomorrow. And then I'm chilling on Sunday, because I looked at the calendar. I was like, man, I haven't had a rest day in like 12 or 13 days. And my body's letting me know, hey, brother, sit down. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's go. I don't get the sourdough bread like the popular content creators. You know, there's better nutritional value, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Long run Saturday. So, trying to enjoy these last couple weeks of time on feet before we ramp it up a little bit. Felt good. One thing about Saturdays is I get to sleep without having to set an alarm clock. Most days during the week, I'm up at like 3:30, 4 a.m. So it's nice to just kind of just wake up naturally and yeah, just kind of start my day at my leisure. But we're probably going to do somewhere between 13 and 15 miles a day. And then that should put me roughly in the 70s, mid 70s for the week. I was checking the other day. I think I ran what did it say? That I ran 312 miles for the month of May. Crazy. A little burnt, but it's fine. But yeah, like I remember when setting my goal, I remember setting a goal to run 100 miles a month. You know, and that was a lot. And now I'm over here. I've consistently been in the twos, but to now, like, run in the threes is kind of crazy. So that's just a product of continuing to show up, man, and trust the process, whatever that is, you know. I think everybody's goal is different, but, you know, keep showing up in consistency. It'll win every time. Yeah, I mean, now I'm just about to eat 2 pieces of toast. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, so I'll probably hop on the game. Yeah, I still game regularly. I mean, obviously I don't game as much during the week, but you know, when I get a chance, I try to hop on the PS5 for a little bit. But yeah, BP and electrolytes, 500 milligrams of sodium. It's been getting a little bit warmer, so, you know, really just trying to compensate for the amount of sweat I'm gonna lose, man. This is a hidden gem too. So a lot of people do like the beet shots or the or if it's like a pressed juice or something like that. But me, I'm not really a fan of the taste if I had to drink it. So yeah, Amazon fine, not an ad, but yeah, these beetroot capsules. Take 2 of these a day, and I've definitely noticed changes in terms of like blood flow and my blood pressure being regulated and stuff like that. So it's kind of gotten to the point now to where when I don't take it, because I forget sometimes, but when I don't take it, I notice. Does that mean I'm getting old? Maybe. I don't know. But yep, I usually take 2 of those a day. But yeah. I'm usually the first one up most days. Everybody usually sleeps in. I wish I had that ability. So I'll tell you, a lot of people say they don't like running on the treadmill. But I'll tell you, man, that the hack to
running on the treadmill for a really long time is, one, if you have a home setup, get you a TV. Get you a TV and, put on your favorite podcast, put on your favorite show, put on your favorite creator. I know for me, I watch a lot of like running creators or fitness influencers that I follow a lot, and that helps me. You know what I mean? 20 minutes here, 30-minute video here, and before you know it, it's been an hour. But yeah, get you a TV, you know, whether it's putting on your favorite sports game or whatever, you know. And if you're at a gym or somewhere where you're paying for a membership or something like that, try to strategically find a treadmill that is co-located with a TV, or bring your iPad or something. I will say too, the more in shape you get, you know, the more aerobic fitness that you build, it does get easier running, just in general, regardless of the terrain. So I think it all comes back to consistency. The more you do it, the easier it gets, you know. But I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, let me share that. But all right, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna let it digest. Hopefully I can use the bathroom.
Well, not even a mile into the run, it starts to rain. Well, it's a little bit of a drizzle now, so hopefully that means it's about to stop soon. But man, it'll definitely be ugly if this whole run ends up being in the rain. But can't stop the show. So we're about halfway through. Split's been pretty tight. I'll probably drop them down below, but a little over 6 miles on the turnaround. Try to close out strong. Let's go.
What's going on, YouTube? I'm Miss Edwards. I am the person behind the camera originally. What are we doing? Okay, throw it in the trash. Go ahead, shoot it in there. Let's get it. Woo!
Okay.
I love supporting my husband and what he does, which is running. All my money goes towards my husband, whether it be shoes, gear, merch, all that goes towards him because, you know, I support him 1,000%. Y'all, he has a marathon coming up. You know how much money we spent on that shit?
Oh. Got our weekly package. Shout out to New Trey. Alright, really comes in handy when I'm at work during lunch. So instead of feeling that feeding that craving of wanting to get fast food, these are balanced meals it actually tastes really well. It's not like one of those banquet meals that you throw in the microwave for a couple minutes. They actually take the time to prep and give you some quality food. So if you're interested in trying out New Trey meals for yourself, you can use my promo code ROD20 to get a big discount off your first order. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about them. Like I said, it's quality food. It's healthy, it's balanced. You know, for me, they have a lot of high carb based meals because I'm a runner. They know that. That's the point of the YouTube. All right, but yeah, okay, I think we can cut now. Yeah, cut it out, please. All right, so this wraps up our 75-mile week. The name of this project is gonna be The Road to Indianapolis, the Sub 3 project. I'll try to push out content weekly, but if not, you'll get it as I see fit to push it out. Do I think I can run a Sub 3? I believe I can. I think there's some things that I still gotta learn and work on. And I plan to do some tune-up races prior to, just to kind of dial in some things from race strategy to fueling, testing out different pieces of equipment, stuff like that. But over the next, 5 months, I'm gonna be bringing you guys along with me. So I hope you stay tuned and see you next time. Let's go.